Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Clash and Go. Today we're talking about Pillar of Eternities, how to use the treasure map, how to get fragments, and then how to search for them. So we're going to be going through everything you need to know and the best tips on finding it so you can get the best treasure that is in the game. Pillar of Eternities are scattered around the map, just like all the other towers. These ones are special though, they give you a fragment for each one that you can go to, so you can only visit them once. And for each Pillar of Eternity that you visit, when you get a fragment, that puts one more piece to your map. So here we can see I'm going up to this Pillar of Eternity, which the sign of it opening up is an indication that I should be able to get a fragment from it. So this is all pre-recorded. It turns out that I've actually already received a fragment from it. Be careful when you're driving around that you're not driving around in circles. Once you get a bit more familiar with your area and where they're situated, you can probably get used to a set routine each time it resets to quickly do it. This took me about an hour to find 8 different fragments, and at that point I decided I was going to search for it. That's not counting the fact that along the way I was getting other towers and loads of containers that had modules and resources. Now one thing you need to know is that every time you search a map fragment it will require a scanner. These can be bought in the shop, but being that they are fairly expensive in that you don't really want to be wasting your antimatter on them as much as possible, you can do this together with somebody. So if you receive a fragment at the same time as somebody else from the same pillar, you will both get the same map. So that's going to be good because you're going to be able to share your scanners to find out where the treasure is and isn't not, because that's going to be the same for everybody who gets it at that point. Also be aware that when you take your first fragment, the location of the map will be somewhere in the vicinity of that pillar. So if you're driving a long distance and you finally get one after, 10 miles, you're going to have to drive back if you want to go search for it. Now once you've got your complete treasure map, or fairly complete, you don't need to complete it to start searching for these fragments. You can get an idea of where this is located by looking at maps. Now no, do not use Google Maps. I was using this and had completely forgot that Land run on OpenStreetMaps, not Google, therefore the map is different. OpenStreetMaps takes into different, pathways that won't show up on Google Map, and therefore the picture you're looking at when you're comparing to your treasure map will be quite different when you're using Google Maps. So here I was using it and for ages I could not find it at all. And so then I decided to use OpenStreetMaps. As you can see, there are those red markings that do not show up on Google Map. And that made it so much easier to find it because it's not very far from where the first pillar that you find is. So it's going to be fairly easy to find. But if you see, if I'm comparing that landscape to what you see on OpenStreetMaps, it's very different. Once you've found it, plot your course there and make your way to wherever the closest fragment is. Once you have arrived there, you should be able to start using your scanners. So as you can see here, I'm situated there on the map now. And if we compare that to the map, it will show you that I'm now located in that part of the treasure map. So now that I've moved into the middle, it's lit up. And there you go, you can apply a scanner to it. It will search, and if you're lucky, it will find the treasure. If not, it'll tell you no treasure found, and it will mark that out so you know not to search in that part of the map again. After that, you just need to continue searching fragments until you find it. So you get 5 free scanners at the very beginning, and I was hoping not to have to buy any more. Luckily enough though, on my 5th fragment when searching the treasure map, I used my scanner and it searched and it found the treasure and it caused an error. So I don't know why it caused an error. At that point I was hoping that it still gave me the rewards. It didn't matter, it was just a text error, and as soon as I clicked OK, the error message disappeared and I was able to open up my treasure. So in it I got an 18% module, an 18% module for damaged buildings, 26% health module, 16% module for increasing my capacity, and an 18% capacity. So just to give you an indication of what those rewards do. So as you can see that I've got 4 orange modules and 1 purple, which won't show up because I've already equipped it, but it'll come in there. These are ones that you cannot create. You can't assemble by disassembling other modules and using the parts like you can here. So these are really rare and are going to be the kind of biggest thing that will give you an advantage over your opponents when you're both at the same level. Okay, well that's all for this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit that like button and hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content. Any questions you have, pop them in the comment section below and I will do my very best to answer them. That's all from me. See you soon.